Purpose through parenting. I didn't care about anything in my 20s. I didn't care about anything real in my 20s. It was just fun, American dream. We live a daily vacation here. I wasn't thinking about how Los Angeles' air is radioactive. I wasn't thinking about how black roads are the next secondhand smoke in kids. I didn't care. It's not that I didn't have a heart. There was no reason to live to a higher purpose. There was no reason for me to see the shoulders I stand on, Armenian and American. There was no reason to want to learn science, to want to learn engineering, to want to learn medicine. There was no reason to change anybody's life or to even save a life. Hell, I didn't even care to save someone's life. I'm sure I'm kind of telling your story too. It was only after I became a parent I had to care. Because now I'm responsible for a human being, and that human being's genes are expressed by their environment, either expressed well or inhibited from being expressed. So I don't have a choice but to care. Now, for some reason, having brothers, sisters, dad, mom, nephews, nieces, that's not enough. Even marriage is nothing compared to actually becoming a parent. So I now understand why it's parents that care the most about communities, states, and their entire country, and what's going on abroad as well. I get why they care, because they understand one day we're not going to be alive. One day we're not going to be able to take care of our kids. We want them to be able to take care of themselves, but we want them to also have a world that's worth taking care of. There's something left to take care of. I only see parents talking like this. I'm now understanding why the nuclear family, why it was attacked. Because the family's too strong. When you stick with family, when money stays in the family, when the business stays in the family, even if the family doesn't have a business, when families actually help one another, there's a hive mind. You start to become this hive, this swarm. Very similar to the swarm of the three-letter agencies that we have to deal with. And the family swarm is too powerful. It actually can take over the world. It can restore peace. It can bring love into everyone's homes. And that's why it must be taken away. Because it can't be controlled. I can't control your family. You can't control mine. But if you're in a swarm, if you have a hive, yeah, you could do a lot of controlling. Either I didn't care about pediatric vaccines. I didn't care about air pollution. I honestly could care less about the movie Erin Brockovich and hexavalent chromium and how it destroyed the cervix of women and the spines in men. Like, I couldn't care any less. What Big Pharma does, I really couldn't care less. In fact, I was like, why not work for Big Pharma one day? Big Pharma, big money, big career. Everybody's looking after one another anyways. Why not get my payday too? And my family gets to enjoy it. You don't care about my family. So why not I care about mine? And I work for someone like Big Pharma or defense contractors. Parenting is what gave me real purpose. Not to change lives, but to save them. So if you find that you're trying to, if you find you are an achievement addict, a career achievement addict, it's because you know you're falling short on your parenting, on teaching your kids how to save lives, not change them. And that's why we men, we dedicate our lives to our careers, because we don't know how to dedicate it to our families. I'm going to say that again. We dedicate our lives to our careers because we don't know how to dedicate it to our families. We don't know how to commit to our families. We actually do. We don't want to face it. It's really hard to accept that we are falling short on parenting. It's the unpolite truth that we are failing as dads. That we can't even help our kids learn how to save a life. Maybe change a life. Maybe. That's falling short. And it's not polite to bring this up. But once you became a parent, you are a person of purpose. And if you ignore that purpose, it will eat you alive. And you will become a career addict, no matter how well you can smile authentically online. No matter how well you can smile authentically to your kids, to your wife. You know very well you must save lives. There is nothing else that's second best to this. So either become an addict for raising a family that saves lives, or become an addict on saving people's businesses. Now, which one do you think people care about after you die? How many businesses you saved, or how many lives you saved? They're not the same. At times I wish I could give away my duty as a parent, my obligations, because it's not just to my family, it's to everybody else. Food safety, informed consent, clean air, clean water. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And I need your help. Please teach your families how to save. Change isn't enough anymore.